but I have a couple things I'd like to chat with you about. First, who remembers this morning's message? Now, did you go out today and spread joy and happiness and make people smile today? I hope you did. It always feels good when you do. Oh, and we shared a whole bunch of videos today at some really cool spots. And there are plaques and things to look at, signs, and the videos to read. So you should really check them out. One of them was when we went to Bingham and here in Maine, and we stood right in a spot that was halfway between the North Pole and the equator. That's really cool. Check that out. And then we went further north and saw, I think it was in Moscow, place a whole wall on the side of the road where people just stop and put these different birdhouses up there from all over, different shapes, sizes. You should check it out. It's really cool. Oh, and this one, I put up one where we took the girls to this place where Benedict Arnold and all his men actually crossed the Kennebec River right here in Maine on their way to Quebec in Canada. And you know, the Kennebec River is not far from my home where I live, but where this spot is quite a bit further up north, but it was so nice. You should check it out. There's a beautiful thing to read there. And then we went to a place, I think it was in Caratonga, and it's called the Carrying Place, and it's about Native Americans, and you should really read about what they did right in that area. And then we put up one where the princess taught the girls how to identify different leaves and trees from their leaves. And one with a baking lesson from the girls. Now, isn't that something, huh? That's cool. Well, okay, I know we're running a little bit late, so we'll just get started here. Good evening, Maine and world. Darcy May here with the most beautiful Princess Foxy Lady of Maine. Oh, gotta hear. Here are her daughters, Annie and Natalie, their friends, JR and Jamie Rose. And if you read my her story today, this morning you met Pepper Jack from the deli and Sweet Harriet from the candy dessert sweet shop. And they were handing this bacon box up and down for the girls' celebration. And Jack Rabbit, who runs where all the food is kept in Peeblyville, and his dog Wiener were helping to catch the box. And so were Chopper and his dog Bones. And Chopper runs a place where you find your seafood and salamis and that kind of place in Peeblyville. But anyway, the princess, you got to follow our stories to know about all this stuff. The princess has given me a message for you this evening. Are you ready? Here we go. Good evening to my state of Maine. I am going to say something to you tonight that I want you to take to heart and never forget. Good evening to the whole wide, wonderful world. Here it is. You are important. And a good evening to you, Queen, said Princess Foxy Lady of Maine. Good evening to those out there in our state of Maine and all over the world. Mom tells my little sister and I we are important every day. And I even tell my little squirt the same thing, that he is very important to me and I love him, said Annie. Natalie said, good evening to the humans and animals in my state of Maine and all over the world. I like feeling like I am important. I tell my little Chi-Chi that she is important to me, and my mom, she is very important to me, and my big sister too, and all our animals. I love them all, and they are important to me too, and I tell them. The princess smiled, and she began her evening message. She said, I am going to start right off with my message this evening, which is, you are important. We all are. We all have our roles that are important to keep the wheel of life turning. One thing stops working, and the wheel stops turning. You see, we are all important to keep this wheel of life turning and running smoothly. You are important, my friends, and believe it. Have a wonderful evening. Good night, and sleep well. Annie said, Mom says I am important. I am an important role model to Natalie, being her big sister. Our human and handyman Harry say I am important. Even Albert, the big wise old apple tree, who is dormant right now and can't be reached, but even he says I am important too. And you know what? If a kid hears they are important enough, that kid will believe it. And you know how I know? Because I do. I believe those who love me. You should too, our online family. Have a relaxing evening. Good night and sleep peacefully. Natalie said, me too. They all tell me I am important too. And you know, Annie said we should listen to those who love us. My mom loves everybody. She loves you. If she says you are important, then you better believe it. It's true, our friends. I hope you have a wicked awesome evening. Good night, sleep tucked in tight, and see you in the morning. Well, there. That ends this evening's message from the beautiful Princess Foxy Lady of Maine and her daughters Annie and Natalie. And remember what they said. You are important. We all are. If we want this wheel of life to keep running smoothly, we all gotta keep up and keep it going. And we can do it. I know we can. Well, okay. Have some love and hugs and kisses from all of us. Be happy and keep smiling, our friends. Now you make sure those kids and pets out there get a good hug and tell them they're important before they go to bed tonight so they sleep thinking about it. And then when you're all done, give them one more hug from us and tell them they're important to us too. Okay, let's sing our goodnight song. Are you ready? Sing along with me. Good night to all our friends, from us to all of you. Have a hug and a squeeze, a kiss on the cheek too. Good night to all our friends. It is time to kick back. Good night to you, all of you, our friends. Time to rest and relax. Well, okay, good night, our friends. Don't forget how important you are. Okay, you're really important to us. Don't forget it. Get some good rest tonight. Good night, our friends. And remember, join us in the morning for our morning message to get your day started off on a good foot. Sleep well, our friends.